Hi children, in previous video I explained how we can identify the different solutions, whether they are acids or bases. How we can find whether the nature of the solution is acid or base with one activity, bulb activity. I explained that. Here children, up to now you didn't subscribe my channel, then subscribe for latest videos and enjoy the physics and chemistry, 10th class physics and chemistry. So you must subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for notifications. So children, today I am going to explain a small topic, that is here how we can find out the strength of acid or strength of acids and bases. So today's topic is only strength of acids and bases. So already I explained here how we can find out whether the nature of the solution is, whether it is acid or bases. Generally, by using so many indicators we can identify the nature of the solution, whether they are acid or bases. Litmus paper, phenolphthalein indicator, methyl orange indicator, and now we are having another one is pH scale. So before we went to that, just briefly, strength of acids and bases can be how we can measure. For example, in previous video what we did some activity, so we are using the same activity here. So what we taken, some 2 graphite rods are there, and those should be given to some battery, AC battery. From that what you have given some bulb, and that should be given to here another graphite. So this time he wants to suggest us battery, this is, and now this is bulb. So here's, in your textbook it was given finding the strength of the acid or bases. For example, in this case we will want to find out the strength of acid only. For that he was to suggest that in first solution, in first beaker, we have to keep some acidic acid, CH3COOH, and in this one we have to take some HCl, dilute HCl we have to take. Clear? So in previous video I explained that what it is, that when the bulb will be glow, when the bulb do not glow. So if you have any doubts for in that matter, then go to the previous video and completely watching that video, then only come to here in this video. Children, here in this case we are taking both are acids. So here in the first beaker we are taking some CH3COOH, it is a acidic acid, and this is hydrochloric acid, dilute HCl should be taken in the second one. So if we can do the same activity with these two solutions, so here in both cases the bulb will be glow. Here I already told you what's that, when the bulb will be glow, the given solution is the acid. If the bulb do not glow, that is the base. So here in both cases the bulb will be glow, means what we are taking both are the acids. So here in the both cases the bulb will be glow, that means both are acids. So here you have to observe in this activity how the bulb will be glow, that means the intensity of the bulb. So here in case of CH3COOH, the bulb will be glow, but the intensity is very low. Intensity of bulb is very low, that means like a low voltage bulb. Clear? When the current we have some low voltage, the intensity of bulb is very less. When we have some voltage, sufficient voltage, the bulb will grow with more intensity. That's why here while we are taking HCl, the bulb will go with more intensity. Children, we are taken 2 beakers. In one beaker what you have? Acetic acid solution with this arrangement, experiment arrangement. In this one what you are taken? HCl. Again with the same arrangement. What you observe here in both cases, both 2 bulbs will be glown. That means what we are taken, both are acids. But during that you have to observe that one of the bulb is having more intensity, one of the bulb has less intensity. In this case it should be having intensity is more and this is one is less. So what's the reason there? Why the bulb is glows more in this case and very less in this case? Even though both are belongs to acids, based on this activity the acids should be also classified into strong acids and weak acids. Clear? So now all of you in a class, all other students, but in those some people treat as the clevers because of they have more grasping power. Some of you having some dull students because they have less grasping power. Like that. So here we are having same acids, but HCl is compared to this one acetic acid is weaker and this one is the stronger. Clear children? That's why here in this way we can identify the strength of the acids and bases. So but it is not possible to, if you can repeat the same activity with the bases, it is not possible to find out the strength of the, if anybody can ask you, is it possible to find out the strength of the bases by this activity? That means no, because how we are saying this one in the previous example, for acetic acid the intensity of the bulb is less. That's why we are saying it is the weak acid. Then we can say if the bulb will be glow, then we can observe whether it is having more intensity or less intensity. Then we can say, but if you can replace the acids by bases, in both cases the bulb will do not glow. If bulb will be glow, then only we can decide whether they are strong or weak. But in this case, when we are using the bases, it's not possible to say. That is, they are strong bases or weak bases. So that's why here there are some universal indicators there. Universal indicator is nothing but that should be mixed with group of indicators. The universal indicator can be formed because of mixing of so many indicators like phenolphthalein, water and sodium chloride, sodium hydroxide. So like that we have so many things, methyl red and so many there. By combining these, all these we have to do one universal indicator. So here now there is one scale, it is there very easily. By using one scale we can easily observe the strength of the acids and strength of the bases. So in previous example, the bulb which is in HCl solution, that should be glows very high intensity, with high intensity, because that should be having more H plus ions or more H3 plus O ions. So hydrogen ions, and now it is hydronium ions. Compared to acetic acid solution, HCl has more H3 plus O ions. That's why the bulb will be glows very fastly. So here now, to explain the strength of the acids and bases, one scale is there. That should be taken as some indicator. That should be generally taken as pH scale. pH scale. So here in that pH scale, P stands for potens. What's that? Potens. And H means concentration of H plus ions. H plus. Here we are having some one scale, it is there, it is also indicator that should be used to find out the pH scale, can be used to find out the H plus concentration ions in acids and bases, and OH plus ions too. So here in pH scale, P means what? Means potence. It is a German word. What's that? Potence means German word. In that meaning is here, potence means power. So in German word, power means, potence means what? Power. So here H means what? Concentration of H plus. That means the scale which can be used to find out the concentration of H plus ions, that should be called here pH scale. In pH scale, P stands for potence. It is a German word, and potence means what? Power. H plus means number of or concentration of H plus. So here now, the general here, the pH color should be in different colors. That should be having some different colors. The pH scale and how we can find out the pH value of different substances by using pH scale, I will upload the next video. By doing some lab activity, I will try to my level best to do that one. And generally here, the pH scale is also in our laboratory. I will show that is here. The pH scale should be like this. In that we have some values there, some 1 to 14 values should be there. In our textbook also it is there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So here the pH scale nothing but it is like a seems like a paper. On that some readings will be there here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So here the seventh must be almost all green color. That should be taken as here neutral. Neutral. What is mean by neutral here? For example, here now H2O we are taken H2O. Clear? In that number of H plus and OH minus. Number of H plus and OH minus. Here both are equal. H plus and OH minus should be equal. Generally, the strength of acid should be depend upon the H plus ions. H plus ions. And the base means here what we say, when OH minus is more, that should be base. When H plus is more, that is the acid. So when we have H plus and OH minus in equal, then that is a neutral. So here that's why H2O should be taken as water. For example, in sometimes what we say, water, by testing the water it is not neutral, it is some acid, it is some base. Water is having sometimes in some areas we may get some problems. In daily life also we can observe in so many areas. So that's why we can go for purified water, mineral water, like that. So here, for example, in H2O, in water, if H plus ions is more, then the nature of water is what? Acidic water. And if OH minus is more than base nature of water, like that. So H plus decides the acid and OH minus decides the base. So here when we have the concentration of H plus and OH minus is both are equal, then that should be taken as here neutral. On that pH scale 7 represents the solution is neutral. Clear? So this is what pH scale. pH scale, this one is neutral, and now here neutral means what? H plus and OH minus both are equal. Now equal to 7 means that is neutral, and less than 7 they should be taken as the acids. Clear? If the pH value of the solutions is less than 7, they should be taken as the acids. Clear? So these are the, here now, here to here there is what? Acids. Clear? And 7 to 14, now these are the bases. Clear children? In pH scale, what I have to say? if any solution is tested with the pH scale, if there should be gives the value some 7, how we can identify the 7 means the color should be there here. For every digit on the scale there should be in some particular color. So in our textbook also it is some colorful diagram it is there, just go and watch it once. Clear? If the value is 7, that should be taken as neutral solution, and the solutions which are having their pH value is less than 7, those should be taken as acids. And the solutions which are having their pH value is more than 7, those are called bases. Clear, children? So here now again from 1 to 3.5, so here up to here to here, they are the strong acids. 1 to 3.5, 1 to 3.5, they are called strong acids. And now here 10.5 to 14, they are the strong bases. Got, children? So 1 to 3.5 strong acids, and here 10.5 to 14, they are called strong bases. And again 7 to 10.5, what we call? 7 to 10.5, what we call? Weak bases. So, and now here 3.5 to 7, what we call? Weak acids. Children, no need to confuse. In pH scale we have 1 to 14 values there. 7 is neutral and less than 7 acids, and again in that acids 1 to 3.5, what we call? Strong acids. Clear, children? And now 3.5 to 7, weak acids. 7 is neutral, up to 3.5 to 7 is weak acids. And now here more than 7, what we call? Bases. Again from 10.5 to 14, what is it? Strong bases. And 7 to 10.5, weak bases. So here why we are saying now weak bases, strong bases? Based on their nature. That means here very simple. In acids also OH ions are there, and base also we have H plus I are there. Clear? Generally what I told you, in acids how we can decide that? More than of H plus. Acids consist of H plus ions. That means acids have H plus, but along with OH minus also there. But the concentration of H plus is very high compared to the OH minus. Clear? Here strong acid means the concentration compared to the H plus ions with the OH minus, the OH minus concentration always was negligible. That is called strong acid. Children, no need to confuse. Strong acid means when we are comparing the concentration of OH minus with the H plus ions, the concentration of OH is almost all negligible. That's why it is strong acid. And what is my strong base? The concentration of H plus is negligible with concentration of OH minus. That means OH minus is very high and H plus very less. Now that is called strong base. Weak base means what? In that weak base H plus ions also more. And weak acid means what? In that acid OH plus ions are there. That should be more. So in this way, by basing using the pH scale, we can decide that whether the acid is stronger, acid or base is a weak base or strong base, children. Okay, so once you go further, less than 7 is acid, more than 7 is base, and 1 to 3.5 is strong acid, 3.5 to 7 is weak acid. And then because here 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 is near to the 7, 6 is here, children, very simple. Here 6 is near to 7, 6 is what? Acid, weak acid. That means what? In that weak acid we have both H plus and OH minus are there. Almost all OH minus are very near to the H plus. That's why it is weak acid. And now 8 is base. This is now weak base. That means what? In that H plus and OH minus are almost all equal, but OH is greater than H plus. So this is about the pH scale, and based upon that based upon the pH scale how we can classify the acids and bases into the strong and weak. So that is the matter, children. So I hope you understand. In the next coming video, if it is possible, I will show the pH scale and how we can find out the pH value of different solutions in that video. So children, you must watch the video. After watching this video, then go for your textbook once, see the content belongs to the activity 10 or 11, I think so. So go and watch it. I hope you can understand that. So we'll meet in the next video with next topic, children. Bye, take care.